Hello everybody, it is me, Miss Potter again, here today with a review. So as most of you know, I am a Lenovo influencer, and a wee while ago now Lenovo sent me this, a sweet yoga book to put through its paces and give it a review. If you want to see my unboxing of this device, there will be a link below, but a few months on now, I am ready to give my thoughts on this device. Let's kick off by acknowledging that this device is super stylish. I often mistake it for one of my notebooks when it's in a pile altogether, and for good reason. It is literally the size of one. At just 9.6 millimeters thick and weighing less than 700 grams, there is a lot to be really impressed about with this little device. The aluminium alloy covers of the yoga book are really nice, and they're held together with Lenovo's famous watch band hinge, which allows the yoga book to fold a full 360 degrees and transform into 4 modes: laptop, tablet, flat drawing mode, and my favourite, the Netflix dream mode. On the left side, you'll find a micro USB charging port, HDMI connector, left speaker, a charging power indicator, and a micro SD card tray. And on the right, you just have the on-off buttons, the right speaker grill, the volume buttons, and the headphone jack. Its tiny size and weight allows me to be really productive on the go. I can easily work on the train using the yoga book pretty much the same way you would an iPad. The yoga book is light enough that I can kind of sketch on it, which I'll get to in a minute, pretty much anywhere I go, although I haven't quite found the perfect piece of sketching software yet. The hunt is not over. I am actually running Windows on this device, although from time to time I do wish I had gone with the Android version. There are pros and cons when it comes to Windows versus Android for this device, and I do sometimes miss the simplicity of an app, especially when it comes to things like sketching. But speaking of sketching, we should talk about the keyboard, because that is where this device truly shines. The Halo keyboard is really neat. The surface comes alive as a keyboard when you go to use it, and then switches seamlessly to a drawing tablet mode when you activate it and use the Lenovo Real Pen. So powered by Wacom, this piece of tech, I was super excited to give it a go, and I was not disappointed. It definitely has that Wacom quality about it. The Real Pen's pressure sensitivity and angle detection were great, no complaints from me here. And if you want, you can even use a real ink refill inside the pen, so you can scribble your notes onto real paper above the drawing surface, and it will still record your notes onto the device. So this is a pretty neat tool for students or anyone kind of on the go in meetings sketching out quick notes. I personally found that digital drawing was more enjoyable and fluid for me though. I would just like to give a shout out to the Halo keyboard for being the cleanest keyboard I have ever used. As a snackaholic while I work, it is so awesome to just be able to brush away the crumbs. The keyboard does take a wee bit of getting used to. I have been typing much slower than I do with a regular keyboard, and often end up making mistakes when I brush against other keys ever so softly. The sensitivity is really high. After about a month though, I found I could type pretty consistently, but definitely not quite as intuitively or accurately as with a regular keyboard on a laptop. It's so great to have the keyboard attached to the screen though. I think that's what really makes this device better or more standout than something like a Surface Pro or an iPad. It is of course considerably cheaper than a Surface Pro, which I must say I have not used before. My yoga book features an Intel Atom X5 quad-core processor, 4GB of RAM, and 64GB of storage with a micro SD slot that supports up to 128 gigs. So I think the yoga book is overall pretty great value for money, especially if you're a designer or an artist or anyone creative who needs a device that can keep up with seamlessly switching between writing tasks and drawing tasks. There isn't a heck of a lot of power under the yoga book's hood, but as a daily run around and a productivity booster, I think it does a fantastic job. So that is what I think of the Lenovo yoga book. I am pretty impressed overall with this device, and I am excited for the future of the next iteration of these kind of tablet hybrids that are coming out. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see me do some more review type stuff, let me know. Hey everyone, it is Miss... Ooh. It's dropping stuff. Oh, the battery's gonna die. Guess I'll start again in a minute. My yoga book